IVM.
Hi, I'm Utsav, a behavior researcher by training and a slow traveler by passion. Postcards from Nowhere is a travel podcast where I condense a decade of travel experiences and explore not just the where, but also the why and how to travel. My stories emerged from slow traveling the less explored parts of the world: Bosnia and Herzegovina, Armenia, Uzbekistan, and even China. At the end of each story, I give practical tips and new ideas about how to travel better. This week, I take you to the Navajo people in the US, who in their language have no word for religion or art, and yet have so much to teach us about traveling and living better. In a corner of northwestern United States live a group of Native American people known as the Navajo. They believe that the two great principles are responsible for all life on Earth. First, there is a system of darkness above, the sky, termed as Yadilthilt. The sky system is symbolized by a male form with its feet to the east and head to the west in the direction of the rising and setting sun. The second system is Nohostzan, ground or earth, symbolized by the female form oriented from west to east, directly opposed to Yadilthilt. Landforms, flora and fauna occupy the space between earth and sky systems. All change occurs owing to the dynamic between the male-like and female-like principles. Both these principles have unique qualities. For example, there is a contrast between powerful late summer thunderstorms or male rain and gentler showers or female rain in the spring and fall seasons. Male rain, accompanied by strong winds and intense lightning, erodes soil and causes flash floods. Female rain moistens parched soil and nurtures plant growth, which protects against soil erosion and provides a source of food. In a culture so deep-rooted in nature, it's no surprise that there is no word for religion nor for art. The only word that could be used to describe both is Hozho, a word that defines the essence of Navajo philosophy. It encompasses beauty, order, harmony, and expresses the idea of striving for balance. Each aspect of Navajo life, secular and spiritual, is related to Hozho. As humans, we straddle the border between health and sickness, good and evil, and happiness and sadness. According to the Navajo worldview, the purpose of life is to achieve balance in a continual cycle of gaining and retaining harmony. But what happens when this balance is out of order? The Navajo conduct a ceremony over several days, in which a medicine person called a singer arrives in the home of a patient with his or her family present. The patient is referred to as the one sung over and is conceived as someone who is in a state of spiritual imperfection. The Navajo way of viewing this state of deterioration is to regard it as normal, a condition that develops over time in every person. Restoring a person to a state of beauty requires that the singer make it incumbent upon the universe to recreate in the patient the conditions that signify coherence or harmony. So roughly put, the singer's intention is to make the one sung over beautiful again. One aspect of Navajo creativity that exemplifies Hozho is their basketry. Baskets are a necessary part of ceremonies that re-establish Hozho. If a weaver is lacking in Hozho, it reflects in her art. When one weaver was passing through a difficult period in her life, her baskets were crooked and uneven and did not reflect beauty. Only when the weaver regained balance in her personal life did her work become beautiful and balanced once more. In a world far away from the Navajo people, there exists a book titled Cosmic View. In a sequence of 39 drawings, it focuses on a young girl sitting on a collapsible lawn chair. She's holding a large white cat in her lap and seems bemused. In the next drawing, the scale of the representation has increased from 1:10 to 1:100. We now see her sitting next to a couple of parked cars. On a scale of 1 to 1000, the third drawing reveals that she's sitting in a courtyard of school. The 23 drawings that follow this one carry us to increasingly greater heights above the girl until, at a scale of 1 to 10 to the power 26, her view is so intergalactic that it seems to be located in the realm of fantasy. The 27th drawing in the sequence of 39 returns us to the girl and her cat at the scale of 1:10. From here, we begin the journey in the other direction. First, on a scale of 1 to 1, we see a mosquito on the web of the skin between her thumb and forefinger. In the final image, we are inside a sodium atom within a crystal of the girl's skin. These images suggest a tremendous depth and breadth in the worlds perceived differently from the scale of humans. The world of an ant is different from that of an astronaut. The scaling experiment brings to me a profound truth about travel. One needs to have a knowledge of both the extreme complexity of the local and the unbounded enormity of the grand overview. If one can appreciate both, the customary arrangements of space and time that constrained imagination become veils. They are no longer rigid walls. And if you think about it, the Navajo people are aware of this depth and breadth as well. Their entire philosophy shows an acute awareness of the local nature around them, and yet show a deep understanding of spiritual imbalances which exist in all of us. Maybe the way to live in an increasingly globalized world, in a world threatened by pandemics and climate change, is to be indigenously rooted but internationally aware. Only then, just like the Navajo people, the baskets we weave will become beautiful. If you like this podcast, don't forget to check out other interesting podcasts on the IVM network. You can listen to us on the IVM Podcast app or ivmpodcast.com. You can also follow us on our social media. We are at IVM Podcasts on Twitter and Instagram. If you want to reach out to me, I am Utsav Memory on Twitter and YVTravel42 on Instagram.
Hey, it's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On the Edges and Sledges Cricket Podcast, in the first half, Ashwin is joined by Varun to wrap India's ODI tour of Sri Lanka. In the second half, DJ joins the party to discuss the first T20 international between India and Sri Lanka. If you'd like to hear more about this match, former Indian cricketer Sabha Karim joins Rajiv Mishra on Khel Niti and they talk some more about it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're really excited to announce a new show about crypto with Rohan Joshi. He's going to dive deep and demystify all this crypto stuff that we've been hearing about. And let me tell you a little bit more about stuff that's going on the network really quickly. Congratulations to Maru Kinayat, who celebrates 50 episodes of The Note with a discussion on health as a fundamental right. On Paisa Vaisa, Anupam talks to Harsha Chetanwala of mywealthgrow.com. Zarina Poonawalla is starting a new miniseries on emotional intelligence. Do check out the kickoff episode on the Empowering series. And Simplified talks about semiconductors. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you're enjoying this show, or any other show for that matter, please do tell a friend. That's really helpful for us. And finally, we would like to thank our sponsors on the network this week. They make this all possible. Thank you very much, CET, Cred, Global Victoria, Bank of Baroda, Intuit India, Lenovo, and CoinSwitch Kuber. We really appreciate your support.
Have you ever wondered where the business world is headed? How the ways in which we create, market, and sell to consumers will evolve? Or if we'll ever go back to wearing pants while working? For answers to all of this and more, tune into Advertising is Dead with me, Varun Duggirala. Every Tuesday, as I talk to entrepreneurs, leaders, and change makers from across business, media, marketing, and beyond. You can catch all episodes of Advertising is Dead on the IVM Podcast website, app, or wherever you get your podcasts from.